Hello guys, and welcome back to Watching Time. Today we're going to be reviewing a watch that I have been really curious for a while now. So we're talking about the brand Nubeo, and they're in specific their line that it's called the Magellan. Obviously related to exploration, you know, the great explorer, and it is a line that for some reason or other has always intrigued me. Nubeo presents itself as a watch brand with interesting big shapes of watches that draw a nice interesting inspiration on some of the most famous, let's say, tonneau shape cases watches, like in this case, for example, the Richard Mille. So it is a watch that definitely resembles something else, but at a much cheaper price. So as is the Magellan was not probably for me, but when I saw that they were doing this collaboration with Star Trek, I thought that was actually quite interesting. They have done collaborations in the past. They have done it with Atari. This one in particular, I think it marries very well with the idea of having a tricorder or something from Star Trek actually in your wrist. And the design was quite simple. It's nothing too bold, if you want to put it, on your wrist, especially because of the size, but I think that it marries very well with the idea of exploration, space, and this type of big watches that actually make a statement, because this watch will make a statement on your wrist. Whatever your wrist size is going to be, this is huge. We're talking about 48 mil case by almost 51. So this is a very big watch. Of course, tonneau shape cases are going to be wearing much better on wrist. So it is a watch that can be pulled off, of course, but it is a very bold statement. So anyway, I reached them out. They sent me this watch for review. So thank you very much again for this type of collaboration. I was really curious. The retail price on their websites is usually around 1,500 more or less dollars, but immediately from the start of every launch, there's already a discount, and almost immediately after you have like a furthermore discount. So these watches are usually in the range of the $600 on their website, and I think that is a very fair price. Why put a retail that is higher when you're going to be selling less? At the end of the day, I don't know how that plays. I don't see the reason why. Just put it at a price that it's going to be affordable immediately for anyone that are curious and interested on your watches, and you will have the same amount of buyers. I don't think that is a marketing strategy, but anyway, that is a choice. So at the end of the day, between the discounts, special promotions, or whatever, you can have it for $600-700. So that's more or less their price. Is it a fair price? Let's see it together and decide. So first of all, I'm gonna discuss and talk a little bit on the craftsmanship on this watch. I have to say that the watch is very well done. So in terms of the case, the details, the blasted size, the polished sides, especially of the DLC that they're using, this black DLC. It is a stainless steel watch, by the way. It has no fancy materials like carbon fiber, etc. It is very well done. The use of these screws, it's well executed, symmetrical. In this type of limited edition, you have this very nice Star Trek Enterprise logo tag on the side of the same blue DLC that they are using, very dark blue DLC of the case with the black on the, let's call it, bezel. The slightly curved sapphire crystal glass, I think, works very well. Actually, mineral lens, they don't call it sapphire. That's a mistake. It is a 50 meters water resistant watch, but that is what you're going to be getting with this type of shape of cases watches, so that's totally fine, totally on the range. It is a 17 millimeters thick case, so that's also usually on the range. The colors they have chosen marries very well with Star Trek, so here we put a bracket to the review because I can review it all I want in terms of the technical specificities of the watch itself, but there is another aspect in particular on this collaboration, the fun aspect. How much of a fan you are of a Star Trek, and how well this watch is going to be playing on that. And I am a pretty big fan of Star Trek, Star Wars, and some other space related series, and I think this plays just great. You have the blue logo, you have several versions, you have the yellow one of the captains, you have the red one, you have the blue one usually for the medics, and the color, it's just perfect. This is a very, very nice dark blue. The material they have used, I suppose, is a FKM rubber. It is very good quality. I really like it at the touch and how it wears. A very nice buckle with the logo of the brand. As I was saying, you have internally a very nice hold on the brand of Star Trek. You have the logo, you have the hours hands and the minute hands, and the second hands that fantastically takes on the logo of Star Trek into a second hands, elongating it. You also have a nice message, gone before to boldly go where no one has gone. And the writing, as well as all the other parts in here, are actually luminova filled very nicely. If you go into the sun, I'm gonna show it just for the video with the UV light. As you can see, immediately it lights up very, very nicely. The crown, it is actually a screw down crown, so this is also a very nice detail. Does it guarantee more than 50 meters? They don't declare it, but as I was saying, you guys, this is also related to the type of shape of the case. The movement, it is not an expensive movement, so you don't have either a Swiss made movement here, but you actually have just a Japanese automatic movement. So if I believe correctly in my eyes, this should be a Seiko NH35, which is a very nice, affordable workhorse movement. But you also have some very, very nice details, like for example the rotor. You have the NCC 1701 from the USA's Enterprise printed on it, so that makes a very, very nice detail. If you want to go further, you have some characteristic printing, but especially you also have the limited edition and the number. These watches are being made in 200 pieces, limited edition, so that's also a very nice touch. They come in a very nice plastic bag, the ones that you usually find on divers, those hermetic underwater cases, orange color in this case, with a very nice printing on Star Trek. I think that's also a very, very nice touch from them. And the watch is just fantastic. Is it a watch for everyone? Not really. So definitely it's not for everyone. But if you want to expand your collection and have something fun on it, this is one of the latest arrivals, the Venezianico Aureo, made with gold. So that's going to be in another review. But if you want to expand your collection with something that tickles your heart, especially your fan heart for Star Trek, this is definitely the piece you're looking for. This is not a cheap, memorable watch or gadget or trinket that you're going to be buying on a convention. This is an actual watch that works very well for a good price, let's put it that way. Definitely, because around the 500, 600 price point, the quality, it's totally there. And I have seen other 500, 400, 600 watches wearing NH35s or 36. So it is what you are expecting nowadays, especially in the watch market. So I think it is actually right for it. And you might even get a bigger discount in some occasions or times of the year. So this is for everyone just to see. My wrist is a medium wrist. I have an 18 centimeters wrist, and as you can see, it wears quite nicely to it. It is a big watch. You cannot hide it. I have Panerais. I have for U-boats. Those are also very big watches. They are going to be wearing big, especially the 47 mil, and definitely this one wears around the same of those watches. So if you are expecting a small watch, this is not. But at the same time, I don't feel I'm wearing a Richard Mille, and that was something that was just kicking me out of getting the Magellan, because I don't want to wear something that looks a lot alike to a watch that, first of all, I wouldn't afford, probably. Second of all, even with my very nice collection of watches, but most importantly, a watch I wouldn't be wearing because of the risk of just having my arm cut off. So, and then obviously you have a size of the watch that probably you don't like, and it's not for everyone. So if you like that type of design and you also love Star Trek, at that point this type of design really plays very, very well. It actually, when I have it on my wrist, it kind of feels like I have kind of a Power Ranger thing on it, or you have a Star Trek communicator and you're just going to push it, communicate, or teletransport back to the Enterprise. So this is the type of things that actually makes me laugh when I see the watch, and I think this collaboration actually works very well. They have just launched a new edition of the Star Trek collaboration. So instead of the Star Trek logo, they actually have the USA Enterprise 3D printed on the dial. That's actually also very nice. So, and also the colors are changing. They're still playing obviously with the blue, red, and yellow, but in a different type of mixture of colors. You also have here the gold that is going to be marrying very well also with the type of dresses that are being used on the show. Okay guys, I hope you like this video, and definitely if you appreciate it, if you like the design, and if you like it, please go to their site. I'm sure you're going to find what you're looking for. Have a look at them. I really enjoy it, and I think it is a watch that I will be wearing in some occasions, maybe in a convention. So until next time, please take care.